Hey, good morning, everybody. Lee here, GeoProbe Systems, and this morning I would like to, in this video, review the head feed pressure control module and the function of that. Primary use of this would be during rock coring applications where we want to control the amount of pressure we're applying at the bit and rock interface. And with this module, the unit does that for you. There are three main features with this head feed pressure control module. Up here at the top, this is our on-off or our engaging. So this is where we would engage the function. Here we have our variable control knob. This is where we would actually set the desired weight on bit pressure we want to apply. And then we have our gauge over here. This is where we're going to be able to read an estimated weight on bit in pounds. Okay, now using this in the field, there are actually two steps. The first step that we're gonna have to do is calibrate the system. So we wanna start at 0 so that we can get a more accurate weight on bit that we're applying. So to do that, it's very simple. We'll take our variable control knob, we dial it back clockwise, and that takes the pressure off. We engage the function, and then here's our dial. And now I'm going to start opening up the valve, and as soon as I see the head start to move, okay, there it's just starting to move. So I'm going to stop, and now I'm going to set my gauge here to 0. So now we have the system calibrated. Now as you're coring deeper and deeper, and say maybe you're adding rods, you're at 100 feet down, you may have to recalibrate that because you have the weight of the rod string now hanging down hole from that. So you may have to recalibrate it, but very simple. Now we're ready to operate in the field. All right, now that we have the system calibrated, we're ready to start coring. We simply engage, and we'll start here at 0. So now I'm gonna start applying. I'm watching the head feed down. So what I have set up here is a probe rod, a drive cap, and it's gonna create our resistance. So once we come up on this and we start creating some resistance, we'll see the gauge actually start to read. There, it's just starting to move. Continuing to move. Once we reach the bottom here and we have a solid. Okay, now I'm gonna start increasing the pressure, and what's gonna happen is the system then will maintain and hold that. So you can see the gauge as I turn the dial counterclockwise, adding more pressure. You can see the gauge. There, I'm gonna stop there. That's about 1,000 pounds. And you can see now that the system maintains that. So if the rock formation changes, if it gets harder, softer, what you'll see happen, the head feed changed its rate because we're continually managing that pressure that we're applying between the bit and then the rock face. So very simple. If you have any questions about the head feed pressure control module or operation, you're out in the field with that, don't hesitate to give us a call and we'd be happy to help you out.